Rahim. Today we will discuss newspaper seller problem. This is inventory system simulation, newspaper seller problem. Okay, we will solve this problem in Excel. Okay, we will implement this in Excel. So let us talk about what this problem is. This inventory problem concerns the purchase and sale of newspapers. Newspaper seller buys paper for 33 cents each and sell them for 50 cents each. Okay. Newspaper not sold at the end of day are sold as scrap for 5 cents. Okay. Newspaper can be purchased in the bundle of 10. Newspaper seller can buy 50, 60 and so on. There are three type of news day. Means newspapers news day will be good, fair and poor with probabilities given. The distribution of papers demanded on each day is given also. The problem is to determine the total profit. Okay, so we will do this. Okay, here this is the formula to compute profit. This is revenue from sales minus cost of newspaper minus lost profit from excess demand plus salvage from scrap papers. Now let's see the cost data. Unit cost, the cost of newspaper is 33 cent. The selling price of the newspaper is 50 cents. So we can say the profit per unit is 0.17. Profit or loss will be 0.17, 17 cents. And unit refund salvage value will be 0.05 if at the end of the suppose because in this problem the shopkeeper orders 70 newspaper each day. Okay, and every day the demand is different. Some day demand is 80. Okay, so is all 70 papers sold, but someday demand is less, like 60, demand is 60 and he has 70 papers. Okay, so at the end of the day he will be left with 10 newspapers that he will have to send back, that he will return with the value of 0.5 cents only, or we can say 5 halala only, he will return this back. Okay, so we can see this demand given 40, 50, 60, 70 in the multiple of 10, and probability distribution, demand probability distribution is also given. Good, fair, poor. This is the probabilities for good, for fair, for poor. Now this is the demand probability distribution function. Okay, we will compute here cumulative probability. Okay, here. So how we will compute? We will start from 0. Okay, 0, and then copy this from here and this uh, adding. Okay, this plus this, then this plus this plus this plus this will be this, so on. Okay, and demand is given here, same as here, same for fair. Probabilities are given here. We will compute. We will begin with 0, and then this value plus, sorry, this value plus this value. Okay, and so on. We will compute. Probabilities are given and demand is given as here, same for poor. Okay, now this table for type of news day, probabilities given, we have computed cumulative probability distribution starting with 0, sorry, 0. This value will be this plus this and this value will be this plus. Okay, this is type of Newsday: good, fair, poor. Newspaper purchase 70. This is the simulation table we have to generate for 20 days. The students have to prepare this table as it is. Now, how we will generate this table? Let's see this. First, for day first, I'll enter 1, and for this plus 1, and then drag, apply this to all the cells. So we have 20 customers here. Type random digit for news day. Okay. So for this we have uh, used random function. In previous problem we did not use random function. You can use round up or up to you. Simply, if you like, you can use rand function also. Okay. Or we can see. Okay, rand function also. We don't need to. If you like round up, you can apply round up also. Rand round up, round up, and then comma 2, and then drag. Apply this to 20 cells. So value of 20 random value generated for these 20 days. Okay. Now, type of news day. We will compute type of news day. For this, we will determine type of news day for day 1 with this random number. So, as before, we will use what? Lookup function. Lookup. The lookup value, we want to search this random number. So, this is the lookup value, and the table. The lookup table is here. Here. These are the cumulative probabilities, and these are the type of news day that we want to return, that we want to find out. Okay. And what is the column index? 2. Okay. So random. So we got type of news day for day 1 with this random value. We can fix these cells. And then apply this to all the cells. Okay. So the type of news day is obtained, is being computed for all these days with these random values. Okay. Now, random digit for demand. See, in this problem of in this newspaper seller problem, two things are random. The type of news day. News day can be good, can be fair, can be poor, and demand. Demand is also random. Okay, someday can be high, can be low, can be so. For this, we have use random. I will generate random number for demand. How? Rand function I have. If I want to round up rand function is comma up to. I want to round up to 2 places, so this is the round up. Okay. Now I will compute the demand. I will compute the demand for the day 1 with this random value. Okay. So let's see. Newsday is good and random digit for demand is 0.40. Now, what I will do, I will use if condition. See, if if see if the type of Newsday equal to good, okay, I will search for I will search for this, and I will pass the column index S2. So I will get the demand for good. Okay. If the value is fair, if the type of Newsday is fair, I will search D30, this one, this index, See, right, I'll right click, I see the name, define name. See, what is the name of this table? Let's see. Okay, the name, yeah, fair. So these values being searched, and the index value is 2, as before we use lookup function. We will, for good, these values will be passed in the lookup function with index 2. So demand will be returned for type of Newsday, fair or good or poor. See, this this is quite simple. This is equal to, if the Newsday is good, we will look up this. If the Newsday is fair, we will look up this. And if then of course poor, we will search, we will look up this. You can see. Okay. This way demands, this will be applied to all the cells, and this demands for these 20 days depending upon the type of Newsday will be generated. Now we have to compute the revenue from sales. Okay, revenue from sales. How we will calculate? Now, what is the selling price of newspaper? 0.50, 0.50 cent. Okay, so the formula is B11, B11. Okay, multiplied by minimum of this 70 and demand. See, the first day is demand 70. Okay, okay. So how many newspaper a day a shopkeeper can sell? Maximum 70, because 70 per newspaper purchased. Demand is 70, so he can sell 70. But here demand is 60. So how many newspaper will be sold? 60. Here the demand is 40. So how many newspaper will be sold? 40. Here the demand is 70, and you have 70 newspapers. So how many will be sold? 70. So the formula will be uh, the selling price, because we have to fix this cell, uh, this multiplied by this, as we will fix this, multiplied by, we will use min function, min. Okay, minimum function. Okay, we will pass two values. We will pass this daily newspaper and this demand. What is the sell value of this? E32. This 70 newspaper will be fixed. So I will make it fixed. Now I have applied the formula to all the 30 cells. So revenue from sales is being calculated. Now lost profit from excess demand. What do we mean by lost profit? Means the day. See, on the on day third, the demand is 80 and we have 70 newspapers. So how many customers returned? 10 customers. Okay. And so what is the loss of that day? 10 customers, 10 we we have 70 newspaper, the demand is 80. Means the demand was more. So we could have sold 10 more newspapers. So 10 multiplied by the unit, uh, the profit on unit or unit loss 0.17, 17 cent. We make profit on your 1 unit 17 cent. So 17 cent multiplied by 10. This is the lost profit from excess demand. How we will calculate this? How we will calculate this? Okay, see. Uh, Unit cost this will be fixed. So multiplied by, okay, maximum of maximum of E32, this value. This day demand E32. This is E32. This day demand E32 minus minus this value E30. Otherwise 0. Sorry. Okay. So if the demand is more than 70, we will compute the loss profit excess demand. Otherwise, the value will be 0. See, here is 0, here is 0, here is 0. You okay? Now, salvage from sale of scrap. Salvage means the unit that we return at the end of the day. See here, on day 2, the demand is 60. So we will be left with 10 newspapers. So 10 newspaper will be returned back with the at price of 5 cents. So I have this for this is being computed here also. Okay, this is computed here. Okay. Okay, I'm sorry. Let's apply this again. There's a mistake. This is because you have to find out the loss profit. So uh, this minus this value. Okay. Just We'll calculate salvage from scrap. Okay, so we'll apply the formula unit cost return multiplied by maximum of uh, maximum of okay uh, 330 minus minus 332. So not 332. This will be uh, okay. So I will apply to all this to all the cells, and I will get the salvage value from sale of scrap C on day third. The demand is 60. So at the end of day, uh, 10 papers will be left that will be returned back at the rate of 5 halala, means 10 multiplied by 5 equal to 50 halala. So this formula is being applied. Finally, the daily profit is being calculated. Okay. What is the formula? Revenue from sales minus cost of newspaper. What is the cost of newspaper? Every day, 70 newspaper being purchased uh, at the cost of this. What is the cost? This is the cost of newspaper. So these two cells will be fixed. The 70 newspaper will be purchased at the cost of 33 cent minus uh, lost profit from excess demand. Okay, plus if there is salvage from the sales of scrap, S32. This is the formula to calculate profit. So profit is calculated for 20 days. Okay, we can see this formula again. The formula is here: revenue from sale minus cost of newspaper minus lost profit from excess demand. And so this revenue minus cost of this will compute cost of newspaper. 70 multiplied by 33 cents. This fixed value will be paid to the company every day. Okay, minus loss profit from excess demand plus salvage from the sale of scrap. So this the daily profit is being computed for 20 days. Here average profit is calculated. Okay, standard deviation, minimum profit, maximum profit is calculated. This up to you. You can uh, no need to discuss this as students will be confused. So uh, I would like you to explain this to students, and the student can implement this simulation table in Excel. Okay, they can practice, they can do